Hey everyone! So, firstly, I'm just gonna apologize straight up for the background noise. It's Diwali in India, I'm an Indian, and everyone here is just like playing music and dancing their hearts off. So, extremely sorry for the background noise, but our session is gonna still go on and it's gonna be a blast. So, let's not miss on that. So I think I should begin with the session. So hello everyone, this is Simran here, your host for tonight's session. I'm here to kickstart and welcome you all to Binance Smart Trades DeFi Expo with MVB3 September monthly winners who will join us today for a live session for quick discussions around the DeFi space. On October 15th, we had announced the monthly stars of September for the MVB3 program. The shortlisted 12 projects are placed among the best performing projects over the month of September in the BSC ecosystem. And it's important for us that you get to know them better. So we've teamed up with Monthly Stars for September to bring you 6 days packed with giveaways, live streams, and special events. So this is one of the first ones, first live stream events where we have a total of $3,000 to give away, and our agenda for today is like extremely simple. We have 6 projects, which is basically Kind Protocol, Mars Ecosystem, NCDEX, O3 Swap, OpenOcean, and Woo Network, and the representatives with us today who will explain more about their project and help us to understand the ins and outs of its ecosystem, followed by a small AMA session. So yeah, we asked you guys to submit your questions earlier, and thank you so much for everyone who did. We've picked up your questions, and we're gonna, straight away ask them. So let's begin. Let's kickstart our first session without much further ado. Let's begin our DeFi Expo and call us on screen Lee. Lee is the co-founder of Kind Protocol. Hey Lee.
Hi everybody, okay, should I
Hey
just,
Lee.
yeah,
Hey Lee, there's some
okay,
background, there's some kind of disturbance in your voice. It's kind of distorted.
oh, okay, let me try the earphone.
Or is it just me? I'm not
It's
sure.
just me.
Hold on, hold on.
Hold on. Oh,
Hey Lee, can you
so,
hear us clearly?
that's fine. On my end,
Just hold on for a sec.
sure.
Is it clear now?
It's clear. Always hear you fine. Not sure what's wrong with voice.
Just hold on.
Maybe I can log.
Hey Lee, I just checked with the team. Your voice is cracking a bit.
Okay. Is the next project and read couple seconds.
It's actually a robotic
Actually,
voice.
a robotic. Okay.
Yeah, just
Just
take like a
take
second. Just check
take
it
take
once.
once.
It's actually still like that. Lee, I
Yeah,
recommend that
actually,
you take some
I
time off and check it out.
know
I'll call in the
and
next
check
project and then you can possibly come up
project.
again. Okay, see you
Yeah.
around. Hey guys, so sorry for the small interruption that we had. Our second project is Mars Ecosystem, so I'm going to get them onboarded, and we'll have leads soon again.
Hear me?
Hey, hey, Ryan, hey.
Hello, nice to meet you. Happy Diwali.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Please, please,
It,
the stage is yours. Go ahead. I'm so sorry you have to cut in for like some extra time. Thank you so much for
no, it's
that.
okay. I don't mind. It's an honor for
All
me
right.
to be here and to represent the Mars ecosystem in this
We're,
event.
we're, we're so happy to have you. So
So
I'm just going
thank
to go
you.
off the screen and it's all to you. Oh, yeah. Oh, welcome.
Okay. My name is Ryan and I'm one of the community managers for the Mars ecosystem. Have you ever wondered why some projects fail despite having great products and teams? DeFi is a competitive and fast moving industry. Those who fail to capture and utilize their growth often fall behind. I'd like to talk about what the Mars ecosystem is and how it is different from other projects. The Mars ecosystem is a collection of primitives and platforms, and we aim to negate the fundamental problems that can affect stablecoin protocols. These problems include integration and positive externality. We aim to solve these problems by building new mechanisms, driving integration with others, and by building our own DeFi primitives. The relationship between Mars stablecoin and Mars DeFi protocols generates a positive feedback loop, which is accelerated by the flywheel effect, creating sustainable growth for our ecosystem. Because of this, we believe that the Mars Treasury has the potential to become DeFi's central bank, and we are committed to changing the way that people see and interact with DeFi protocols. To enable and capture this growth, we aim to release multiple primitives, including our own stablecoin, USDM. USDM is price stable, capital efficient, scalable, and decentralized, and it has the real potential to become a leader in the stablecoin market. High yields and user incentives characterize the Mars ecosystem and set us apart from our competition. You can see here a compilation of our APRs that we offer through our DeFi platform. We aim to create attractive yields to reward our supporters and to ensure that we share the benefits of our growth to our users. Speaking of growth, our TVL has grown massively in the recent weeks, placing us high on BSC rankings. As of today, it stands at over $470 million. Earning recognition from our work and being elected as a monthly star in the MVB program makes us very proud, and we thank everyone for the support. The revenue that the Mars ecosystem creates is returned in part to the protocol. The vast majority is redistributed to our users through XMS staking pools. On average, we distribute almost $400,000 worth of rewards every day. We believe that our efforts to reduce positive externality will create a sustainable and healthy environment that is welcoming to investors of every type. This November will see the release of our much anticipated stablecoin USDM, a price stable, capital efficient, and decentralized alternative to existing stablecoins. Initial users of USDM will also be offered unique rewards and services. This incentivizes minting and the use of USDM, which adds to the effect of our positive feedback loop. After USDM is launched, we will focus on stimulating the demand and use of USDM on Mars Swap. Once you claim USDM, you can stake to earn XMS with high APR, or swap it to another token if you choose. So what's next for Mars? We will be incubating and nurturing other DeFi protocols. We believe that community engagement and PR is fundamental, and we place a lot of pride in our community and supporters. To broaden our reach, we employ multiple community managers, each with different skills and cultures who speak different languages, to cater to the needs of our international supporters. Integrating Mars Stable Swap will provide liquidity for USDM with low slippage and high capital efficiency across chains, so that every DeFi user has access to our services. We will also introduce the Mars Yield Aggregator, which will help users to innovate their trading strategies and manage their assets across multiple chains. We also actively seek and maintain strategic partnerships to create a healthier and more connected space for our users. So don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. Help us to build a safer, more profitable experience for everyone in the DeFi space. Hitchhike with us and secure your place on Mars. Thank you for listening, and I can provide a short demonstration of our DApp and services if you like. So if we head over to our website, you can see a short rundown of our mission, some of our aims, our projects, protocols, and offerings. You can also see our investors, some big names. We have an audit and bug bounty with ImmuneFi, audited by Slowmist and Certic. We have some strategic partners that we actively project with. For example, we just launched a pool on PancakeSwap today. This is our DApp. This is where users can earn yields and stake their assets. So starting from the top, you can see our TVL, which has grown massively. We offer very high APR. Our XMS price has appreciated massively this last week and in the last months as well. Our pools are here. You can see you can stake XMS to re-earn XMS with high APR. Please be aware of our vesting mechanism. So after the user harvests, the XMS earned, only XMS, will go to the claim page here. You can see a certain portion of it unlocks every 3 days. This is to ensure that we can reward our supporters in a long-term and sustainable way. You can also stake XMS to earn other rewards instantly without this vesting mechanism. Our farms provide APR to yield farmers who use LP tokens. Our native swap operates as an AMM DEX. So you can swap anything for XMS, you can swap XMS for anything, and vice versa. Here you can create liquidity, which you can use to stake in our DApp. And here is the IHO and incubation area where we will provide initial holding offers to our users. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Hey Ryan, so we collected a couple of questions earlier.
Okay.
Since like people are mostly live through Binance Live and Twitter, they can't really ask. So we did ask them earlier. Let me just fetch two questions from the list for Mars Protocol. Okay. So the first question is, will the project Mars remain solid in every project launched? I'm not sure what it means, but I think it means around the roadmap. How are you guys planning to push a roadmap? Is it going to be good upgrades? What can we expect in the coming months?
So, for example, in this November, we will see our Genesis launch. So we will launch our stablecoin, USDM. To keep this secure and safe, we will be splitting it into multiple events, each with different parameters. So users can commit 1 BUSD to earn 1 USDM. They are also required to stake 1 XMS in our pools. This prevents short-term profit seekers and people from abusing the protocol. We also have audits, so Certic, we operate our Skynet, so users can see in real time our contracts and any security information they wish.
Gotcha. And we'll pick up a question from the audience. If anybody has any questions and would like to put it on the chat, just shoot it out. We have $300, $3,000 giveaway for all the questions that we pick up. Okay, so I think like Ryan, we don't really have any questions. I'm gonna pick up a question from the sheet that was provided. Uh,
Okay.
so okay, can you tell us more about XMS?
Okay, XMS is our governance token. At the moment, it is used primarily for farming and staking, but soon you can use it to create and vote on proposals. XMS is also strengthened and supported by multiple mechanisms and creates a support ratio for USDM. So, for example, the market cap of XMS must always be 2.5 times bigger than the market cap of USDM. This prevents over minting, which is a problem for other stablecoin protocols. XMS is rewarded to our holders in pools and farms and also liquidity providers. We charge a small fee through our swap, which helps XMS to appreciate also. If you look at the chart, you can see that XMS is a great asset, constantly appreciating and growing sustainably.
Gotcha, gotcha. We also have a couple of questions more on the chat session. As I can see, we can just possibly pick up one, which is how does Mars project help Binance Smart Chain grow?
Well, we create interconnectivity between other protocols. By creating USDM, we allow other protocols to interact through Mars. By creating this ecosystem, we can create a healthy space for all investors.
Gotcha. I think Ryan, we're up our time, so we will see you later. We'll definitely stay in touch. We'll do more AMAs, and I hope to see Mars ecosystem grow.
Thank you. Thank you. See you soon.
See you. Thank you, Ryan. Bye bye. Hey guys, so next up we have MC Dex. So welcoming Jean from MC Dex. Hey Jean.
Oh, hi.
Hey Jean, how you
Hi,
doing?
Simran. I'm doing great, and you?
I'm fantastic. So I'm so happy to have you here. Is this the first time MC Dex is doing something with Binance Smart Chain?
I guess it's the second time. Yeah.
Okay. For those who
But
don't know, MC
still
Dex.
happy.
Okay,
Sorry.
got it. For those who don't know, MC Dex was recently funded under the 1 billion Binance Smart Chain Fund, and it's a fully permissionless protocol for perpetual swaps. So it's really nice to have Jean here.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
So the screen is yours, Jean. I'm going off.
Thank you. Hi everyone. It's Jin here. I'm the co-founder of MCDEX, and super honored here today to share a little bit more about MCDEX. So let me quickly share my screen. Oh, oopsie. Oh, just one sec. Sorry. So MCDEX is actually a fully permissionless perpetual swap, and we actually has just go live on BSC for about 1 month, and just why I can now. Have you? I'm not sure whether you can see the deck. Nope.
Yep, we can see it. We can see it. You can
Okay.
present. You just have to click your presentation tab. It's right now on StreamYard.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. So for MCDEX, like we
Hey
actually
Jean,
is.
we still can't see. We still can't see. It's still
Oh,
on StreamYard. Maybe
oh,
stop sharing and share the correct appropriate tab.
let me do it one again. Um, how about now?
Yep. It's perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So MCDEX is actually fully powered by an capital efficient AMM, and we actually had just launched our V3, which has three killer features that I would like to elaborate a little bit. The first one is the capital efficiency. As we all know that for AMM, the capital efficiency has been one pain point. So we actually have been working a long time to improve it, to solve the liquidity issue of DEX. So like comparing to the constant product formula, so our AMM is about 1,000 times higher regarding the capital efficiency. And the second killer feature I would like to talk is about the fully permissionless perpetual, which means anyone can create any perpetual market that they like. And this is actually to solve the market diversification, which is also, I think, a pain point for the DEX. Because if we take a look at the central exchanges, there are always like hundreds of markets there. But for now, all the DEX, still we have like limited markets. So we would like to empower the whole community to fulfill this goal. And the second feature is about the composability, which we believe is kind of a unique power of a DEX that we would like to take full use of it. So right now we have been collaborating with several projects that build upon on MCDEX protocol, and that can widen the participants of our ecosystem even more. So let's take a quick look at the AMM mechanism. Actually, the logic is quite similar to the Uniswap V3, which is that we aggregate more liquidity around the index so that we could, provide better liquidity and lower slippage around the index. If we take a look at some data on the table right here, we can see that this is a comparison with the Uniswap V3 regarding the liquidity. So as you can see that our liquidity is actually about like 10 times to 50 times better than the Uniswap V3 based on the real environment. So I believe that this will help the trader to save their costs of doing the trades. And then let's move on to some like our social some featured media that have mentioned MCDEX. So here we have DeFi, who is also one of our leading investor, and also Masari. So we have been kind of usually being benchmarked against the YDX and Perpetual Protocol. And so for MCDEX V3, I would like to share some data that we have go live back in September, both BSC. And now we actually have like more than almost 4,000 users and achieving about like $120 million regarding the daily trading volume, and about $165 million in TVL. And right now, so this is the figure. This is the data. And regarding let's take a look at the future regarding the roadmap. For rest of this year, well, what we have basically two key strategies. One is to expanding to more chains, and the other one is to launch several ecosystem projects. For example, Lima and Accra. Lima is actually building a stable coin based on our inverse contract, which is kind of the only one that can support their business model. And Accra is a basis trading protocol that they can help their LP to generate yields by simply using the basis trading strategies. So this we are exploring more projects that can build on top of us to expand the user scenarios. And for next year, we will launch the MCDEX V3, which several new features. For example, the multi-collateral, the cross margin, and the position tokenization. So this is a little bit more about the future. So right now, what we have one of our priorities, the trading mining program. That is, we basically for one epoch, which lasts for 14 days, we have around like $4 million worth of MCB reward pool, so which is huge. And so we want to leverage those rewards to incentivize the trading volume. So for anyone who are interested to join, there are three criteria for the trading mining program. The first one is to trade. And pay some transaction fee. The second one is to hold the position, which means that you have the open interest. And the third one is to staking some MCB. So this is how you play the game. So anyone who are interested, feel free to join. And a little bit more about MCB token, that for now is basically the governance token that can decide how to use the funds in our MCDEX DAO treasures. Right now, like the DAO treasures is capturing the profit generated by the platform, which is basically the transaction fee. And in the future, we'll also have some more use cases, like we will buy back some MCB using the funds in the DAO in the secondary market. So this is a little bit about the MCB token. So a little bit more about like our previous fundraising. We have like basically two rounds. The first round is back in last year. That most of the investors are individual investors, including Arthur from DeFi Capital, Chao Wang from DeFi Alliance, etc. And earlier this year, we also have a larger round, and which is leading by the Delphi Digital Elemental Research. As you can see, other big names here. So because of the vesting term is like based on our trading volume, we basically combine the investors and the team and the platform as a whole to achieve the longer term goal, which is the trading volume. I guess that is all for the presentation. And then I would like to have a quick walkthrough about how to trade on MCDEX. Oh, see.
Hey Jean, we are a bit tight on the time, so do you want to hop to the AMS sessions?
Okay, cool, no problem.
Or if it's gonna be a quick if you've settled with this, if it's gonna take a minute or two, I'll just add your stream back.
I'm sorry, you cut off for about like 3 seconds.
Okay, nothing. So we already have some questions, so let's just go ahead with that.
Okay, cool, no problem.
All right. So our first question is, how to ensure the depth of the pool to prevent large investors from smashing the market and leading to clearance? This is for MCDEX.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a good question actually. So we basically have like two ways to avoid this kind of thing happen. The first way is actually to take capital in the pool, which is the capital efficiency that I have elaborated a little bit. That we have working a lot to improve the capital efficiency, so that we can make sure most of the funds are in use instead of lying there. So this is one way. And the second way is to make the LP as decentralized as possible. So besides the LP can provide the liquidity directly from our UI, we also collaborate with other projects. For example, Saffron or Bridge, that they are basically providing services to change the risks. So in this way, the LP can provide the liquidity via their platform, so that they could there are more and more and then in this way they actually can avoid some like avoided some like the risks that they won't want to take, they don't want to take. So this kind of like make the LPs as decentralized as possible, so that we could relatively have a kind of a stable liquidity in the pool to avoid those kind of accidents to happen. Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Our next question is, what is the token use case? How did you make sure it captures the value of the ecosystem that you're building?
Okay, cool. Yeah. Actually, for now, MCB is basically a governance token, which means that it can govern the assets of the MCDEX DAO. And the next question is like where the MCDEX DAO assets come from. That is like the assets of the MC DAO treasury. It actually comes from the profit of the platform. So a percentage of the transaction fee will go to the MCDEX DAO treasury, and which means that if the platform is creating more value, which means there is more trading volume, then the fund or the assets in the MCX DAO treasury will be more. So this is kind of highly related to each other. The success of the platform happen, then there will be more funds in the MCX DAO treasury. And the MCB holder has every right, have a say to decide how to use it and whether to mint new MCB. If we do, and how to distribute those MCB. So basically, all of the economic power, especially right now, lies into the MCB holders.
Gotcha. That's it, Jean. We only have like so much time for each project. So, thank you so much for joining us today. And the winners, the people whose questions you've selected are the winners. Congratulations, guys. We'll get back to you right after the live session. Thanks, Jean. Thanks so much for coming today.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. So, next up, we have O3 Swap, and we have Matthew, who's the communications director, who's going to help you guys understand more about it. Hey, Matt.
Hello. Hi, Simran. How are you? Great to
I'm
be
good. How are
here.
you doing?
I'm doing
Great.
well. I'm excited to present here.
We're glad to have you. So let's just go ahead with this because we have very less time. So over to you, Matt.
All right, cool. All right, so let's get into it. Can you see my screen okay? Hello?
Yep, it's added to the stream.
All right, awesome. Okay, so we'll start from the top. O3 Swap is basically a cross-chain aggregation protocol. That's a fancy way of saying that
Hey,
we
Matt, can you present the screen right now? We can see everything else around it as well.
Yeah, let me see. I'm not presenting now.
Oh, sorry, you're presenting. Just present the presentation basically in a slideshow format.
Can you see it?
Yes,
All
it's
right.
perfect. Go ahead.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll start then. O3 Swap is basically a cross-chain aggregation protocol incubated by O3 Labs. That's a fancy way of saying that we connect to all the major decentralized exchanges or DEXs on the chains that we've already launched on. So a little bit about our beginnings. O3 Labs was first founded in 2017 in Tokyo as a wallet, O3 wallet, for the token NEO, which at the time was being called like the Ethereum of China. That's how O3 Labs got its start. Fast forward today, O3 Wallet has 150,000 plus users and over 100 plus assets supported by it. We also provide crypto services, wallet services to users in over 40 different countries. And our O3 community spans over 20,000 people in Japan, Europe, USA, Russia, Korea, and China. A little bit about our community. We have over 64,000 members on Telegram, over 120,000 now on Twitter, a lot of followers on our Medium blog site, and 19,000 plus Discord community members. So the interoperability evolution. O3 Swap is a major player in interoperability as we're launched on 6 chains now. Interoperability is a big problem as we have fragmented liquidity located on different chains, And if we want to achieve the Internet of Blockchains, rather, we need a bridge. We need to bridge these segmented liquidity pools. Okay, and O3 Swap does that currently while also providing great user experience to its users in a decentralized way. So using a centralized route, if you want to swap BNB on MetaMask for something like Heco USD on MDEX, we just had MDEX present. So this is a pretty good example. You would have to take the BNB from your MetaMask, deposit it on Binance, sell it for USDT, then transfer the USDT to Huobi, sell it for Heco USD, withdraw it to your MetaMask, connect the MetaMask to MDEX, and then swap it for whatever on MDEX. Using O3 Swap, though, you can have a one-click exchange because we're aggregating the liquidity from both PancakeSwap and MDEX. So if you want to swap BNB for something like Heco USD, you just need one click. It'll go through PancakeSwap, swap to something like BUSD, then to HUSD, and then we could even swap it for you on MDEX. We're connected to both of these AMMs on the different chains. So this is basically an example. We are not connected to Solana or Polkadot yet, but we are connected to Heco Chain, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Neo, Arbitrum, and Polygon, which aren't included here. So we're connected to 6 different exchanges currently, with Neo N3 and Optimism coming. So we also have on our dApp the O3 Hub. Now, the O3 Hub is basically a cross-chain stablecoin pool. You can stake your stablecoins here to earn rewards, and you could also swap different stablecoins on different chains for one another using the Hub, which is our pool. So what problems does O3 Swap solve? This is basically what I was talking about earlier with the fragmented liquidity. We also don't have any KYC, so this achieves swaps with true decentralization. Users can swap via their O3 wallet or MetaMask wallet. We support both. The other thing is that O3 users can swap across chains with high speeds in a very safe way. So this is really a very advanced way to swap across chains. It's very fast, and users don't need to use different bridges, different solutions. They can do everything within O3 Swap. So we're going to talk about this later, but let me just do the demonstration for you guys, since that's what we're all here for. All right, so we're going to go to the swap, and since this is a Binance Smart Chain event, we can do a Binance Smart Chain demo here. I'll connect my MetaMask. As you can see, these are the chains that we support, the 6 chains. Connect my MetaMask, make sure it's on the Binance Smart Chain, and we can do a swap here. So what do I have? I've got some BUSD. I can switch it. Right. First, I got to be on this chain. We could do BSD for something like ADA. That'll be a quick one. Let's see. All right, let's swap ADA here. How much are we gonna get? RFQ. We'll get the quote. We'll see exactly what's happening with it. The ADA will be converted to WBNB, swap for UST, and then BUSD. We can confirm. Then we just got to confirm with our MetaMask here. Confirm, and it's done. Now, I'm doing a BSC swap because the cross-chain swaps take a little bit longer. But while I have you here, we can go to the hub. This is our stablecoin pool. Users can deposit, withdraw, get their LPs, and they'll earn rewards here. They can also swap certain stablecoins within the hub. These are currently some of the assets that we support. A lot of Ethereum on different chains, USDT, USDC on Polygon, and even Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. And then we have the vault. Now, the vault is, we usually have these events where it's called the icing sugar mining pool, where users are able to have single token liquidity mining, and they can mine the O3 coin. but our pool is currently closed right now as it's concluded. Users can also stake their O3 coin to earn more O3 coin, and that's a big thing. That's how you sort of like unlock more O3 coin and bring it into the circulating supply. So these are the chains that we support for the different staking mechanisms. We've had every time we launch on a new chain, we basically launch one of these icing sugar mining pools, and users were able to stake these different assets to earn very high APR. But this pool has since concluded. So users, once we launch on Optimism or Neo N3, users will once again be able to earn O3 rewards by mining single tokens. These are the tokens that we supported in the past. And one of the last things before I go back to the presentation is our dashboard. And actually, we can see first that this swap has definitely concluded by now. So we can see that what did I swap for? I swapped ADA for some BUSD. So that's already done, it looks like.
Hey Matt,
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
kind of running out of time. Should we bounce to the AMA session?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Let me. I guess I'll stop sharing that.
Thank you, Matt. So we have two questions here today. The first question is, you have introduced NFTs, O3 Hackerpunks, but their use is still unclear. What will be the benefits for those who hold NFTs in O3 Swap?
Right. So their use will become apparent once we launch O3 Swap V2 later this month. And they're going to be the only way to mine more O3, which will become our governance token on V2. So only users who own the O3 Hackerpunks NFT will have this utility to mine the O3 token in the future. So that's their utility.
Gotcha. The other one is, does O3 Swap currently support any cross-chain swap, BEP20 to ERC20 types? Any plans for becoming one-stop app for supporting all the major chains? Please share details.
Absolutely, yes. That's O3 Swap's wheelhouse. We currently do already support cross-chain swaps, and in the future we'll be adding chains. So we plan to be the one-stop shop for cross-chain swapping, and that's really our utility in a nutshell.
That's crazy, one-stop shop for all cross-chain stuff.
Yeah, it
That
will
sounds
come.
good.
Yeah.
Great. So with that, Matt, let's end our session for today. I have a couple of projects to get done with. So thank you so much for coming here. The community loves you. There, people are cheering in the comments, love O3 and stuff. So yeah, good to see you guys, and hope to see you more of y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Simran, and we hope to grow together with BSC as well.
Definitely. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Bye. See you around.
Bye-bye.
Hi guys. Next up, we have Open Ocean. So we have Matthias from Open Ocean. Hey Matthias, how are you doing?
Hey Simran, happy Diwali.
Thank you so much. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time here introducing. So please go ahead, introduce yourself, Open Ocean, and just get on with it. I'll see you out. Thank you.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, sure. So I'm gonna make it short and crisp. Open Ocean is a full aggregation protocol that offers traders a one-stop place to do all the transactions across DeFi and CeFi with drop trading efficiency. So with other words, you can trade across DeFi and CeFi and you can get the maximum returns. The way it works is that we have an intelligent routing mechanism and algorithm which source all the liquidity and then help you maximize the return by splitting the routes, taking things into consideration such as gas fee, prices, and liquidity. So a bit about the background of Open Ocean. We are around 30 people, and one part is from the traditional financial industry who has worked with Royal Bank of Scotland and more, and traditional financial exchanges. We also have a lot of engineers, which is actually majority of our team, who has experience from IBM, Intel, and HP, and so on. A lot of us, we also have worked many years with top-tier public blockchains, DApps, and crypto exchanges. The vision of OpenOcean is that we wanna be the one entrance into your crypto trading, both across DeFi and CeFi. So whether you wanna do a swap or you wanna do more sophisticated digital assets such as futures, derivatives, lending, and so on, we will also help you maximize your returns and get the best trades for all that. So a bit about the stats. We aggregate more than 50 liquidity sources, which is basically exchanges, primarily decentralized exchanges, that total more than $66 billion of available liquidity. We support 10 public networks. We are born on BSC, and we are the first and leading aggregator, full aggregator on BSC. So BSC is very close to our heart. This is also where we have the largest community. We have more than 350,000 active trading addresses and more than 1.2 million total trades. We also have our own token called OOE, which is a governance and utility token. So we don't just aggregate swaps, for example, when you want to trade like BSC to BNB to BUSD. We also aggregate other digital assets, and we have other products. So one thing which we're gonna bring to market soon, which is very new and leading, is that we will aggregate derivatives. We will also have combined margin pools, and we have a SaaS tool coming up where you can do automated arbitrage trading. Besides that, we have intelligent wealth management services where you can deploy your capital to work for you based on your risk profiles. We also have a cross-chain terminal where you can basically cross and swap assets from all the networks that we aggregate, the 10 networks, via some cross-chain protocols and bridges. So a bit about our socials here, like we hope you'll go into OpenOcean.finance and try it out. Otherwise, Twitter, Medium, and Telegram. We have quite a vibrant community where we have a lot of interesting discussions. So I would also like to show you our platform. So this is how it looks like when you go into OpenOcean.finance, and I'm gonna hit start trading here. And it takes me to our classic
Hey Matthias,
trading.
we can't see your demo. It's just the presentation.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, can you see it now?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So this is OpenOcean.finance, our landing page. I'm just gonna hit start trading here, which takes us to the classic trading terminal, which is a nice and easy swap terminal. We also have an advanced one, which is here up in Go Advanced, where there are more sophisticated tools, also where you can spot arbitrage opportunities. But here, choose BSC amongst the 10 networks. You connect your wallet. Then you type in what you want to trade. So let's say we want to trade 0.8 BND to BUSD. Then what happens is that OpenOcean go out and look at all the liquidity across the decentralized exchanges, and then our algorithm will see how you can get the maximum return, also based on a transaction fee, liquidity, and prices. So it might split the routes into many different routes. In this case, we can see the routing here. We can see the OpenOcean price compared to the other DEXs. So I'm gonna go ahead and click swap now. And you get your confirmation here where you can see the minimum return you'll get, confirm the swap, go to MetaMask, confirm, transaction is submitted to BSC, and in a short moment we will have the funds on the MetaMask here after it's confirmed. So just one last thing, I want to show here the professional version. So this is kind of an expanded trading terminal where you can see both DeFi and CeFi. You can also see the different tabs here. For example, the one called spread. If you go into that, you can spot arbitrage opportunities. You also have the routing down here and the different chains. So yeah, that concludes my talk here. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll try out OpenOcean.
That was nice and sweet, Matthias. Thank you so much. So let me just get questions for OpenOcean. There are a couple. So what are your future plans for the governance of OpenOcean? That's the first question that we have.
Sure. Yeah. So we are working on the ideas about that DAO, but we are taking kind of baby steps to do it right from the beginning. And as we decentralized our project, we will involve the community more in like classic things like proposing and voting. We already have places in our social, like for example Discord, where you can propose, which we will later perhaps take to snapshots, and there will be more ideas like you'll find in Uniswap and so on. Yeah.
Gotcha. The other one is when will cross-chain swap function be released and online? I have seen several dexes contain this recently. Although none of these are running well, hope everything goes well with OpenOcean.
Sure. So we actually launched our cross-chain swap at one point as a preview, and we promoted it before. So in the meantime, we had some like the whole architecture doesn't fit together right now. If you look at all the cross-chain protocols and the bridges and the different networks, because when we want to launch it, we want you to be able to move assets around all the networks we aggregate in a very smooth way with a lot of options. So it's something that will come soon when we piece together all these components and they are all in production.
Gotcha. So that's it. We only have 2 questions for you, Matthias. Thank you so much for coming today and joining us. We loved having you here, and let's do more things in the future.
Thanks a lot. Been a pleasure.
Thanks. See you around. Goodbye.
Bye.
So we have Woo Network next, and we have Ben York who's joining us. So looping in Ben. Hey Ben, you're muted.
I have been
Oh,
left
it's
it on.
robotic voice again.
Let me try to unmute. Tick.
Yup.
Let me draw.
Oh, so I think robotic voices are a thing today. Lee, is your streaming proper now?
I think so. As long
Oh
as
yes,
I think
indeed.
it's a video that doesn't do well on the platform. So as soon as I switch off the video, it works. See.
Gotcha. So we can possibly go with Ben later till he figures it out. And Lee, if you're ready, you're up next.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'll go off the screen. Yep.
Okay. Give me a second. All right. Just let me know when you can see the screen.
Yep, we can see your screen. Just present it. Go ahead.
All right. Great. All right. Oh, yeah. Kind network. Kind protocol. Right. So as you all know, we are a derivative DeFi trading platform, and we offer the. Okay, let me first go through our key features. Firstly, the infinite liquidity. Basically, we offer the best capital utilization against the liquidity pool. We are the first DeFi derivative platform can offer up to 100 times leverage for derivative trading, and our liquidity pool can support up to 100 times of the open interest for users. So basically, in that sense, given our current TVL, the liquidity can be called infinite for thousands of users using it simultaneously. And secondly, because of our liquidity model we choose is a peer-to-pool, and it basically allows us to trade anything, to list anything on Kind protocol. So that doesn't only include the crypto asset, and also non-crypto traditional assets like equity index, commodity futures, foreign currency pairs, or even more innovative things like a temperature index. So you just anything you can imagine with a stable price feed, or can be calculated, can be traded on Kind. And also, furthermore, on the liquidity for the capitalization utility, we support a cross margin from the beginning. So cross margin is a key feature for professional traders. That means you can open the margin is only calculated on the portfolio level. Means you can have one asset below with the net with the sub-zero margin, but still not get liquidated because overall your portfolio is doing well. Right, so that's super important for hedging traders and professional traders. Synthetic funding is the idea is borrowed from the perpetual swaps. It allows the trader to take arbitraging opportunity from the from providing the opposite position. So, all right, I'll go next. So this is just the trading cycle. It's just the trading cycle of the Kind. So basically, stakers provide the liquidity into the liquidity pool, and the traders are trading against this liquidity pool, and all the PNL goes back to, and then transaction fee goes back to the stakers. That's where the most of the liquidity providing reward come from. Yeah, so about Kind token. So we use 70% of the trading fee revenue to buy back Kind token and redistribute to the liquidity providers and the Kind holders. And besides that, we also plan to hand the governance to the community in the near future. So that means the community can get to decide the addition or removal of staking asset, and the new listing and the removal of the listing of trading asset, and then some important parameters like funding rate, leverage limit, asset risk limit, etc., etc. So the Kind token holder gets to receive double reward. So firstly, if you lock your Kind, you can get a risk-free average annual return for about 20%. And then if you stake the X Kind you mint from the locking Kind, you can get an additional 25 to 30% of the liquidity reward. So that means Kind holders can always get higher APY compared to any other asset staker. And the long-term Kind stakers will accumulate more voting power for governance. Right. So our here's our operation data. We have accumulated the $27 billion trading volume since March, and then we have a monthly active traders about close to 8,000. And yesterday the trading volume is 300 million plus, and we have continuously been over 200 million for the last month and a half. And then we support 21 trading pairs for most of the major trading assets you're looking for. You can find it on Kind. All right. So the project progress so far, we have we started the development back in December last year, and we closed our first round of fundraising in March this year of 7 million, led by Naval Ravikant and Alex Pack, with the participant of OKEX, Spartan Capital, Blockchain Capital, CMS, and etc., all the reputable institutions. And then we also did our public test back in March, and our IDO, we have raised $10 million from the IDO. And the official mainnet launch was in Ethereum was on early April. And we have launched on BSC in June. Major enhancement on the user experience in August. And then we also launched on Polygon. So we now support 3 chains and then we will keep expanding onto more chains like our launch. And then recently we've been recognized as the BSC MVP3 September monthly star. Really appreciated that honor. The upcoming plan of the project. So as I mentioned, we will start to support the non-crypto trading pairs from late November or early December. So that includes top 5 for FX pairs and gold and the silver future contract, and also the equity index like Nasdaq, FTSE 100, SP 500, Nikkei, etc. And then we are currently working on the version 2 to major upgrade of the user experience to enhance the usability and user-friendly trading environment, and that also include the trading strategy supermarket launching Q1 next year. So basically, that enable the beginners to trade like a professional. So all you have to do is follow the strategy of the trading of the professional trader you like, and then just stake and enjoy the earnings. And we will support more various non-linear derivative products like options, structured product, IRS, etc., in the next year as well. So these are the upcoming plans. Here's our just for the be sensitive to the time. I'll skip the full demonstration. Here's the trading screen. So it's pretty much similar to what you used to use in the central exchange. It's all trade activity is immediate execution. There's no latency at all. And the key thing is zero. User traders get to enjoy the zero slippage. So the price you see is the price your order is going to execute. There is no slippage at all. It largely saves the cost of traders. And yes, so the staking. So for whoever provides the liquidity, you can choose either chain with support. Ethereum BSC, highly recommended BSC because the efficiency and the gas cost is very low there. And Polygon as well. So just stake your asset and you should be able to, so take an example of Kai. If you're staking Kai, there's one more step you have to do is lock Kai to Xkai, to mint Xkai. So once you lock the Kai, your Kai start to earning more tokens for you. And then when you unlock these, you can claim all that Kai you accumulated from this locking. And once you have the Xkai in your wallet, what you can do is to stake it onto the staking pool to earn extra reward. So altogether, you should be able to get 50% plus annualized reward. Right. So this is just a quick tutorial of how you do it. Don't forget to mint. The reward is only claimable if you mint the QSD liquidity token. Yeah. So here's the end of my short presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Lee. We have questions for you.
Sure.
So yes, your 2 questions are: how is it possible to make a train transaction without gas fee on Kai network? That's what it says.
Okay. Yeah. So derivative trading is pretty different from the spot trading because most of the spot trading users hold the position for days, weeks, or even longer. But for the highly leveraged derivative trading, people tend to close their position within 1 day or sometimes within a few minutes and take their profit. So this is a very gas fee consuming activity for high frequency traders. So the approach we choose on the infrastructure is a hybrid infrastructure. So anything about the transparency and asset security is strictly on chain. The clearing engine is on chain, but the trading engine is actually off chain. So when we interact with the trading engine, what it does is bookkeeping of your trade and order and execute it accordingly. So that way you get zero latency. So within 50 milliseconds, your trade will get executed. It's really smooth, even quicker than most of the centralized exchange. As you know, if it takes a few seconds to execute, given the block executing time, the price probably have moved a few % against your favor, right? So that's if you leverage the hybrid. So basically, we leverage the hybrid solution to offer this zero slippage and zero latency trading experience to traders. And every 30 minutes, so that's completely gas fee free. There's no need to pay any gas fee. And every 30 minutes, the trading engine will consolidate with the clearing engine on chain to report the user's gain loss. That's on a global level. So each individual user is not affected by this 30 minutes reporting. So whenever you decide to withdraw your fund or take the profit you made from the last trade, you are totally you're totally not affected by that. All it does do is one click, the reporting engine will check your balance. As long as your debt ratio is above 100%, you can basically take the profit.
Gotcha. Our next question is, what is the competitive advantage that Kind Protocol has over the other protocols?
Yeah, so I would say on its front, zero slippage is the key advantage. As you all know, most of the AMM-based trading protocol, the slippage is pretty severe, and if you use a highly leverage like 20 times or even 100 times, that slippage is actually 100 times. Your profit will be swallowed by this multiplied slippage. So it's pretty unfair to most to users. And then with Kind, the slippage is absolutely zero. And then secondly is the capital utilization. As you can see, most of the other protocol you trade on, the liquidity on each asset can be only used for that asset. Basically, if most popular trading pairs be BTC, and then you have a lot of ETH on the platform, it doesn't help at all because the BTC has reached a cap. People can't trade that anymore. And for Kind exchange, because it's multi-collateral debt, so any asset in this pool is integrated into a single MCD unit. So any trade you made is against the united pool. It doesn't really require every asset to be equally distributed to support the trading. And also this works even better on the cross-chain infrastructure. Basically, the staking assets, the TVL on Polygon, on Ethereum can also support the trading activity on BSC. So we have built our own cross-chain mechanism wherever this the chain is. As we expand to more chains, all this liquidity on all different chains are integrated into a single pool to support the entire trading community. So yeah, thank you.
Gotcha. Thanks, Lee. So with that, we will end your session here. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope we do more things with Kind Protocol in future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So guys, we have a final project. We have Boo Network. We have Ben here. Hey, Ben.
How's it going, Simran?
Going great. I think your audio is a lot more audible now because of the video. I think that works really well. So over to you. Just go ahead with it.
Yeah, I think our whole community and everybody was very excited, and then I came on with the video and let everybody down. So for that, I apologize. With this, I guess we can get back on with the presentation. I know it's your last one of the day, so I won't take up too much time. Let me just share a window here. All right. Okay, so this is our official website. We are Woo Network, and we are a institutional liquidity network. So what that means is we provide liquidity to any sort of centralized exchange, institution, professional trading team, wallet, application, decentralized application. And we do that because our background is traders. We were founded by a team called Kronos Research. Actually, that's not true. We're incubated by a team called Kronos Research, and they are one of the largest quantitative trading teams in this cryptocurrency space. So they're able to aggregate liquidity from a lot of different sources, and then we provide it at the cheapest price to whatever sort of application needs liquidity, which as the trend happens, it's quite a bit right now as we're moving towards a layer 2 cross-chain, multi-chain environment. So what we did recently that caused a lot of excitement and got us into this wonderful Most Valuable Builders program is we launched WooFi Swap. WooFi Swap is our alpha project. And what we do here is we're able to give, because of the way we aggregate liquidity, we're able to deliver some of the best prices. So you can kind of see here what happens over here on the left panel. You can see how it shows you the other prices around DeFi, and ours is coming out usually pretty high on that list, if not the best. So how do we do it? What is the innovation? I guess that's the biggest question. Rather than a traditional AMM, which kind of rewards passive liquidity, we do what we call synthetic proactive market making. And how we do that is by connecting to off-chain data to simulate a CeFi order book directly into the blockchain. And so we have special data feeds that allow us to do that rather than just pushing a price. They also push other parameters like spread, depth, and what we call like a liquidity coefficient. There's lots of documentation here at learn.woo.org if you want to learn more. And yeah, so this DEX we are building now, it's the start of how we are pushing into DeFi to try to acquire more diverse sources of flow. And yeah, I guess what is the goal? Everyone wants to know what is the goal of WooFi. It's just to give the best pricing and liquidity on all these decentralized networks. Yeah, we also have a CeFi network here, which we're always happy to connect further to the BSC environment by allowing deposits and withdrawals to BSC. So we kind of see that as a bridge to the decentralized world. And I guess that is more or less the products. I was wondering if you had any questions for me.
Of course we do, of course. So first question is, how did Woo Trades achieve zero fee trading? Is this feature temporary or permanent?
Oh, very good question. I guess you picked the toughest one first. The answer is quite complicated, but it has to do with being traders and being able to aggregate from a lot of different sources. So we're, as we aggregate from other places, we're able to reduce the fee to as low as possible. And rather than trying to incentivize market makers by giving them the lowest fee and then charging retail, we reverse that model to where we are charging the market makers and we're giving the retail traders the better deal. And that kind of works especially well because we are one of the single market makers on the network. So we don't have to worry as much about what we call toxic flow, which is when other high frequency traders kind of come in and they trade against a market maker and make it difficult for them to earn money. So that is the short answer to that question.
Gotcha, Ben. The other one is, does Woo Network have WooFi Bridge on the roadmap of 2022?
A WooFi Bridge.
Like DeFi, but WooFi.
Again, the goal is really to go anywhere where there is users and volume and to provide liquidity anywhere there are users and volume. So obviously now the trend is to connect a lot of different networks and then connect obviously like CeFi to DeFi. So we're definitely looking at those sort of things. And we have a lot of different plans. But I think the goal with DeFi development is you want to stay very flexible and work with a lot of different partners. So even tonight, there's a lot of our partners that came on your stream. So it's really just finding ways to work creatively with them and to discover ways that bring value to the ecosystem. For example, like BSC, like right now, we're one of the mentors in the BSC MVP program. So we're trying to provide our liquidity expertise to other projects. And then on the Binance Smart Chain itself, we have over 5,000 addresses for our Wu token. And on WooX, our CeFi platform, we already have, I believe it is BNB, USDT, Wu, and a few other assets that have been enabled for deposits and withdrawals. So that in itself is kind of like a bridge. I think we also today, this is somewhat of a mini announcement, I guess, we're also enabling BTC and ETH deposits and withdrawals directly into BSC. So we're trying to function very much like a bridge in that sense. I'm not sure if that's the question. Do we want to be a bridge? I think there are other bridges that we could also provide liquidity for. I think it's really just about providing value to the different ecosystems. And BSC obviously is one of our favorites, just because you have such a diverse range of assets. You have such a large quantity of users, and Wu Network has a lot of ties through our DeFi and CeFi networks to you guys. So very happy to be here, and thank you for giving us the chance to come on, Simran.
We're so happy to have you, and I think in the future we're going to see you guys grow a lot more. We're going to do this a lot more, so that's great. And yes, even in the comments I can see like people are rooting for you, so like Wu Network. So,
yeah, excellent. Yeah, and I hope
yeah, please go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I hope that you give us more opportunities to be very active and take a leading role, because I think the BSC ecosystem has a lot to offer. And even some of the projects I see like OpenOcean, really eager to work with them as well. So thank you, Simran.
Definitely. Thanks so much, Ben. Thanks so much. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So guys, with this we have come to the wrapping time of our session. Whoever everyone who sent their questions, we have it on an Excel sheet right in front of me, the ones that I picked up. Someone from the team is going to reach out to you guys to give your cash prizes. And that said, we're coming to the end of the session. Thank you so much for your participation. We also have another MBB3 Expo tomorrow with Julian, so just stay in touch with that. And thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a great day ahead, and happy Diwali to all the Indians who are watching this live stream. Thank you guys. See you around. Bye bye.